It's time for a little Q&A. Good morning, YouTube! What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. So when I was thinking about what video to do this week, whether it would be like a which should you buy or a first word impressions or a full review, whatever the case is, I was feeling kind of tired of doing shoe videos, honestly. And I took a look at my page and what I'm kind of lacking on and stuff like that. And I saw that I haven't done a Q&A video since I've had literally 500 subscribers. And now I have 11.5K. That's 11,500. So yeah, we're kind of overdue. So today we're gonna do some Q&A. Funny story, I told you all to ask me questions on Instagram and on YouTube. And this morning I accidentally deleted a lot of them from Instagram. But I remembered a lot of them, and I also put out the request for you to ask me again because I am an idiot. And I'm terrible with technology, clearly. And I have a lot more questions now, and I also have the ones from YouTube. So we're just gonna dive right into it today. What do you say? Now, I'm gonna try to get to as many questions as possible. I'm not sure I'll get to every single one of them, but I'll try to answer as many as I can. And there were a couple repeats, so hopefully your question gets answered if you did ask one. All right, first question is, what is that rainbow by the window in the background? At first I thought it was a balloon, but it never deflates. A piñata maybe. I stare at it through all the videos. And then someone suggested that they always thought it was a balloon that just gets replaced when it gets a bit saggy, but that doesn't seem realistic now that I'm thinking about it, especially with the shortage of helium. Okay, so this is a balloon. This balloon right here is not filled with helium though, it's filled with air. And I got this balloon, no kidding, no joke, May 2019, and it is still standing there. It's been looking a little rough lately, I'm not gonna lie. We might have to do some replacing soon. But that balloon has been sitting in that same spot for literally 2 years. And yeah, I could take it down, but at this point, especially with the channel, and it's just kind of like always behind me, I figured, why not just leave it up? And at this point, like a 2-year-old balloon, I feel like I have to keep it up, so there you have it. It's just a balloon filled with air that my fiance got me back in 2019 for my birthday. Next question is, why do you think there are way fewer women running shoe reviewers? Can we clone you, or is that a bad idea? You can clone me if you can figure out how. I'm not really sure why there are fewer women doing this than men. I would love to see more women doing it. I think that you can never have too many different types of creators in a space because different people are gonna like different personalities and different ways of reviewing shoes or whatever type of item you're reviewing. So I know that's not really a great answer, but I have to say from my experience, I was nervous to do a channel at first because I thought, like, why would anybody listen to me when there's already so many people doing the same thing? So maybe some other women are experiencing that same feeling. I'm not sure, but women, if you're out there and you're looking to start a channel, start it. Let's unite. What were your goals/ambitions for your channel, and have they changed/evolved? You know, it's funny, I was looking at the about part on my channel the other day, and it is basically saying that it's gonna take you on like my running journeys and like all these different races that I'm gonna do. And that was gonna be like the focus of the channel with some shoe reviews mixed in. And honestly, it's been completely opposite. It's been mostly shoe reviews and mostly shoe content, and then sprinkling in some races here and there. Now, I think we have the pandemic to blame for that, but I think it's changed in a sense where it kind of flip-flopped from predominantly shoes and some races, but I would love to balance that out more, especially now that races are a thing again. In regard to nutrition, do you eat what you want in general, or do you have a specific diet for running? What are some of your favorite foods and beverages? Oh boy. Do you two cook or get takeout more? You two, I'm assuming me and my fiance. So I don't have a specific diet for running. I think pre-pandemic, my diet was a lot stricter. And as we've gotten sort of through the past year, it's become a little more loosey-goosey, which there's nothing wrong with that. It just is the way that it is. I would say during the week, we definitely cook more. And then on the weekends, we just eat whatever we want, predominantly takeout. And some of my favorite foods, I gotta be honest, fast food. I know. I just love it. What can I say? And pizza, you know, that sort of stuff. Nothing too interesting. Chinese food. Sushi's a big one. What is your favorite running shoe of all time for each of the following categories: recovery, daily, tempo, and marathon? Well, for recovery, I would say Bondi 7 or Fresh Foam More V3. Daily trainer, I would say, right now, probably the Hoka Arahi or the Hoka Clifton, very similar, just one stability, one neutral. Tempo day shoe, probably the Endorphin Speed 2, and marathon, I'm not really sure yet because I haven't run a marathon since 2018, 19, 18. So I'm not sure about that one, but TBD. What is the hardest thing about having a YouTube running channel? I would say that the hardest thing about having a YouTube channel is staying consistent and constantly having to think of new ideas and different content to put out, whether it's 1 day a week or 2 days a week. I think that is the most stressful part of it, the hardest part. And I think also what's hard about it is balancing my regular job, my actual job that pays the bills, you know, my personal life, like having a life, and then also editing, filming, and doing all that I need to do with YouTube, which is kind of like a second job in a sense. What is your favorite nut butter? Peanut, almond, walnut, cashew, a blend, or other? I guess peanut butter? I'm gonna go with peanut butter. Where has been your favorite place to visit or vacation, and are you one of those people who will continue to run even while on vacation? So this is gonna be boring, but my favorite place honestly on earth is right on Long Island, and it's Montauk, New York. And yes, I am definitely gonna run on vacation. How do you prevent burnout from running, and how do you keep it fun and interesting? I think by preventing burnout, you just have to listen to your body. If it's feeling exhausted and tired and you just really don't want to go out there mentally, then you have to really listen to yourself, listen to what your body and your mind are telling you, and take a break. Go do something else, cross train, go on your bicycle, go for a walk, switch it up, do something different so that it's not the same monotonous thing every single time and you're not breaking down your body as much. Running will always be there for you, so you have to remember that. It's not going anywhere. I have been watching your marathon training updates, thank you. Can you share your thoughts on what you believe the minimum volume of training miles are needed to comfortably complete a marathon? Also, can you share the general focus of your current training plan and how it compares to other plans you've used in the past? So I don't want to answer really like what I think the minimum volume of training miles are because I'm not a coach, I'm not a professional in any stretch of the imagination. So I really can't tell you that. But I can share with you the general focus of my current training plan, and basically what that is running predominantly easier mileage and having like 1 day a week of speed work, and then also adding on some marathon paced miles onto those longer run days as well, like my Sunday long run. As the training goes on, I'm gonna be putting in some like marathon paced miles there, which are like 8-minute miles, just to see how my body responds to it. I have a tendency, and I know a lot of other people have this tendency, to push it too hard and be anaerobic every single run, and that's not what you want for a marathon. So that's how it differs, and I've been really enjoying it. What is your favorite running shoe of 2021 so far? I would say probably the Endorphin Speed 2, no surprise there. Can you share more about your job in the city and how do you balance training with that? Yeah, so I haven't been to the city for work since March of 2020, so I've been working from home ever since then. I am a news producer in the city for CBS News, and when I was training and going to the city, I wasn't really doing as much mileage as I do now, but I would just wake up early, get my run in, and I would get ready for work, and it would be a race against the clock, and I'd get in the car and go. What's your favorite distance to race? Probably a half marathon. Would I be interested in coaching? I don't think at this moment I would be interested in coaching. I would also have to like take the classes and know what I'm talking about, and I have yet to do that. So I wouldn't say no for the future, but right now I think it's not likely. Do you like to do work on the track? No, because I haven't done it in a very long time. How many marathons have I raced? 2. Would I like for Kofuzi to shave? Oh my god, I scrolled down after I've written this question and the latest video's thumbnail from Kofuzi's channel popped up, already showing that he's shaved. What are the odds? I would like for Kofuzi to do whatever he would like with his facial hair. So it looks like he shaved it, and I love that for him. Lots of Kofuzi questions here. Whose ponytail is longer, you or Kofuzi? I would say that probably mine right now. I don't think Kofuzi's hair is quite this long, but I am getting a haircut next Friday, so then he'd probably be the one winning that. What is your day job? Yeah, so I kind of answered this already, but I'm a producer for CBS News. I work in a department that handles all of the different CBS stations across the country, and I've been there since 2014. This is probably more information than you cared to know. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I work, nights. It's fine. Pays the bills. What time am I aiming for at Chicago? Anything with a 3 in front of it would be ideal. What is your ultimate running goal? And if you didn't run, what would your passion be? Ooh, good questions. My ultimate running goal would be to qualify for Boston, which I don't know if that's happening, but I would love that. And if I didn't run, what would my passion be? So during this pandy, I have taken up a hobby of playing guitar. I played in high school, meaning like I knew like 3 chords, but I started again playing and I've been really, really liking it. I'm probably gonna like try to take some lessons soon or something like that. So yeah, let's say I'd be a guitarist. This is a Long Island question, but Suffolk County or Nassau County? I would say Suffolk because I am from Suffolk, but I would also say Nassau kind of has the better stuff to do, the better food, and all-American burgers in Nassau County, and that's my favorite place on earth. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, go there. No question, you're the best. Thank you. Any plans on traveling overseas post-COVID? I would love to travel overseas post-COVID, but who knows when that'll be. How tall are you? I don't really know. I think 5'4". What's the best stability workhorse for medium to severe overpronation? I would say for me, the 2 shoes I would recommend are the Saucony Hurricane 23 and the Hoka Arahi 5. Am I doing any local races? I am doing Cow Harbor 10K, definitely gonna do that, but I have like an 18-mile run that day, so I gotta like take that 10K and somehow work it into an 18-mile run, but I'll be there. I wanna know more about Ruby. All right. Really quick, Ruby is a rescue dog. We got her in the height of the pandemic in April of 2020. She is an Australian cattle dog / beagle / lab mix. She's like 40 pounds, totally crazy, a huge cuddler, big barker, loves greenies, and recently just had a crazy surgery to take out one of the biggest balls of crap that I've ever seen come out of a dog's body. But she's doing great. She's amazing. She loves the camera, and I know you guys really enjoy seeing her, so you'll be seeing lots more of her on the channel. Where do you think that your channel is going, and do you see yourself doing this for a living? Oh, that's a really good question. I've been thinking a lot about where my channel is going lately, and I know I had so many goals for this channel in 2021, and I don't know that I've really achieved all of them. It's just been like kind of a crazy year. But I would like to see myself kind of branch out from the shoe content a little bit, do a little more racing vlogs, running training vlogs. And that's where I'd like to see it go. And can I see myself doing this for a living? Hell yeah, if it could actually pay the bills. Always having to review new shoes. Is there one you wish you could have run in more but had no time? Yes, this happens a lot. There are shoes that I get that I really, really enjoy that I just can't put in as many miles in as I would like to. Definitely wish I had gotten more miles out of my first pair of Endorphin Speeds. That was a shoe that I wanted to grab pretty much every run, but I couldn't. And I would say Mach 4, wish I could get some more miles in those. Morning or night runner? Morning. Have I done much trail running? What are your thoughts on trail versus road running? I got this question a lot. I haven't really done any trail running. There's some trails on Long Island, but it doesn't really strike me or my interest as much as road running does. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but just a personal preference. What is my bucket list race? Boston. Besides running, what are some of your favorite pastimes? Yes, guitar. Guitar is one of them. Hanging out with my friends, obviously. Playing with Ruby. Drinking margaritas. Nike Invincible or Fresh Foam More V3? Nike Invincible. What's my training regimen when I'm not training for a race? That's a great question. It's not really anything structured. I just kind of go out and do what I want to do that day. Whether it's a 5K, whether it's a 10K, whether it's 10 miles, I'm just doing what I feel like doing, what feels right for the body. And I don't put too much pressure on myself to get a certain amount of mileage in for that week or run a certain amount of days. It just kind of is a go with the flow kind of vibe. What is my least favorite distance to run and why? Ooh, I would say probably a 5K just because it hurts the worst. Best shoes ever. That's easy, Crocs. I'm just kidding. Hoka Clifton 1, the OG. Have I ever been in Italy? No, I have not. Best race story, funny or tragic? Oh, I got a good one. So I used to be a triathlete, but I was a really bad swimmer, and I was also really bad at sighting in the water. If you are familiar with triathlon, you might know, or just swimming in general. And it's just basically coming up out of the water without sticking your whole head up and wasting time and just like looking to see where you're going. So I was really bad at doing that. So I got in the water for a triathlon and I started swimming basically to the sun. I don't even know where the hell I was going. And I swam so freaking far off course that I was basically last in the race. And the entire time on the bike and on the run, I was playing catch up. So, not my best moment, I gotta be honest, and kind of embarrassing. It's like having a bad dream about what could possibly go wrong during a race, and you're like, there's no way I could do that. But I think I literally swam like to a boat, basically. So, not my best moment. Yeah, not good. What's the most I've ever hurt during a race or run? Well, aside from when my PF was flaring up and it was like almost impossible to literally walk, I would say also in my triathlon days, a common thing that would happen to me is that from the swim, I would get like sand on my feet. And then I would put my bike shoes on and do the bike or whatever, and that was fine. But then when it came time for the run, I was running barefoot with sand on my feet and sneakers. So that was a pretty painful experience, and I got some hella nasty blisters from doing that. What sports did you do as a child or teen? I did basketball, softball, which I was really terrible at, Kate can tell you, and soccer. And I pretty much hated all of them except for basketball. And I always say to myself, my biggest regret from grade school, my biggest regret is not doing track and field. When is the wedding? Tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Pandemic life gets busy. I already feel like I'm married, you know? It'll get there, it'll be here. Where the F do you get the energy for a full-time job, home life, YouTube, and training? Cheers. How far to the back of my closet should I throw my new Adidas Adizero Boston 10s? I would say pretty far, except for the fact that they're really cool looking and I've worn them with jeans. So if you're kind of looking for like a fashion shoe, that big look is in. So you can wear them for that. What is my guilty pleasure? Fast food and terrible reality television. Movie that's made you cry. I hate movies, guys, honestly. I'm gonna say Lion King. Podcast or music during runs? Ooh, this is a good question. For short runs, for like 10K down, well, maybe like 10 miles down, I would say music. And for anything 10 miles up, podcast or audiobook. Waffles, pancakes, or French toast? Waffles! You can only have one shoe for the rest of your life. What shoe would it be? Ooh. I think I would do the Endorphin Speed 1 or 2. Just because it can do daily training, it can do easy, I guess, and it can also be a race day shoe. So if you're gonna pick one shoe to kind of do it all, I feel like that's a pretty good option. What's your favorite thing about running? I think it's the, honestly, the feeling I get when I'm done with my run. I love running itself, don't get me wrong, I'm not miserable the whole time I'm running, but I think the feeling of being done and feeling good about finishing it and just like, I don't know, just the endorphins from after the run. And I always feel mentally better. It's kind of like therapy for me in a way. What advice would you give beginner runners? Be patient at first because it's going to take some time for your body to get acclimated. You might get some aches and pains that you've never experienced before. Pay attention to those, but also be patient and know that it's not easy to get started in running, and you're already accomplishing something by just getting out the door and going. So if you're not your fastest or you're not your best right away, that stuff comes with time. It's not instant gratification. Do not compare yourself to others. Focus on you, how you feel, and what you're doing. And we'll leave it at this question: what goal do you have in life? Just life. To be rich, I wish. I think to be happy, to be successful in whatever I do, whether it's my job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's friendships, and whether it is YouTube. I want to be successful in all of the things. And running, of course, obviously, hello. But being rich would be nice. All right, so I think I pretty much answered all the questions, and that concludes this Q&A and a very fun Sunday video. I enjoyed switching it up. What do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit the notifications bell so you can find out every time I upload a new video. I have some more videos for you next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like heller. See you next time. I forgot one question at the end, and it was, what is the best piece of advice that you've gotten from your mother? First of all, hi, Mom. And the best advice I'd say is, go ask your father.